Good morning. Welcome back to the Jack Remington's Financial Independence channel. I know it's been since December 12th of 2020, so it's been 15 months since I posted anything on this channel, but I got some interesting things that's going on. The consensus and the indications are we're going to have $100, $120 a barrel of oil. That's not good for gasoline. I put this on my political channel and it got taken off because I did something about the election, about Trump's election. The caption even has $8 a gallon gasoline coming soon. It didn't get to $8 per gallon. It got to $5 a gallon, and it's like $5.50 now in Santa Barbara, and it's over $6 in Malibu, and it's like $5.10, $5.20 in Ventura County where I'm at. Yeah, it's starting to go up again. Even the Silvis, the El Cheapo, where the lines are going around the block. My wife got gas last night. It was $4.33. That's a record high for Silvis gas in this county. I think they're looking pretty rough on the energy front. We were once energy independent because of Donald Trump, and now we got a different administration in, and he decides to stop the American production and let's go back buying from our foreign enemies that hate us. So that's what we're doing. So that's part of politics, so I'll stop it at that. But this is a financial channel. But the politics play a very big part in your finances and your investments. If you can remember my other videos, if you watch my other videos, you'll see that I started dabbling in Occidental Petroleum back in May of 2019 when we got the stimulus check. I took my stimulus check, and my wife pitched in $800. We opened up an account, needed $2,000. Well, we've done very well with most of the account. So right now I got 500 some shares of Occidental Petroleum that I've built up over the last couple of years. But I'm in danger of losing 400 shares of it because I started writing these covered calls on it. I got away a couple times, making a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there, but then the stock started taking off, and I keep rolling out. I'm doing these rollout calls, and I can't get out. Started this at 15, and now Occidental Petroleum is hovering around 41, and I got a rollout call here. I got some rollout calls on trade. I'm willing to give up 5 cents a debit for each contract. I'm willing to spend $20 to keep moving up. And I was moving up pretty good, month here, month there. But now the stock is going up so far, the volume has dried up on the options. So I got calls in for the covered calls. They're going to call the stock away at $26 a share. So I'm losing $15 a share if they call this away from me right now. I got a rollout call order that's been there for a few weeks. I'm trying to roll out to the August of 19th, 27. Keep going up a point. There's no volume. It's just sitting right there. The bid and ask keeps changing because that's what the option maker is doing at the CBOE. That's he's just doing his job. I did see something interesting today where on the January 20th, 2023 is technically a leap. Before I did my prep for this video, I looked at it, and there were 4 that was trading. So there's some activity with the January 20th of 2023, which is 11 months away. It was technically a leap. Open interest 9,800. Another indication I think his stock is on the way up. And I was teasing my family, this is a $200 stock. Well, it might get there if their CEO, that Vicky Hollop, can pay down that debt. When I did my other research on Occidental Petroleum, and I've talked to other investors, and I've watched other investors. There's a Better Investor on YouTube. Guy's an excellent person for Occidental Petroleum. Let me talk about Oxy just for a second. Let me give you the flavor of what's going on here. Occidental Petroleum got down at like 8 something. I mean, I got 100 shares at 9. I got some. Then I bought some at 10. I think it was $14.95 was my first entry point. Then I bought some shares at 13 and at 12 and 11. Find odd lots because I didn't have enough money to buy round lots of 100. So, but I still kept, I'd get some extra money and make an eBay sale for some Spider-Man comic books or Iron Man, Submariner, or wherever I did, Silver Surfer. The comics were on fire, so I took advantage of that during the pandemic where people were home, nothing to do, just get on eBay and Etsy to bid. Actually, do okay on Etsy, and that's one reason why I'm trying to dabble with this Etsy. I'm trying to catch it, and I'm spending a lot of money to try to catch that big downfall, and I missed it. Well, anyway, but back to Occidental Petroleum, this stock is a winner. Even if they call it away, I've made a lot of money, percentage-wise. According to my market value here under my positions, Occidental Petroleum, I got 501 shares, 0.09, so it only pays 1 cent per quarter. So it's 4 cents per year. That's not a whole lot. When you have 100 shares at 4 cents, that's $4. But they've taken that $4 and 200 shares is $8. I reinvest all my shares. I don't take any cash. Cost basis is $7,712, and my gain loss is $12,817. So it's pretty darn good. Right now, total market value as of today is $20,500 some dollars for Occidental Petroleum. And I got the warrants that have been going up too. When I bought the first shares of Occidental Petroleum at $14.95, now somehow I got 12 warrants. For every 8 shares you got, they would give you a warrant, and it's the right to buy the stock at 22. Well, that was pretty good faith in the company to issue warrants like that. And this is the second time in my lifetime I had OXY warrants and didn't ask for them. They just gave them to me. I might redeem these soon, but I do have 12 warrants. And right now they're going up. The actual price of the warrant is $21, $1.48 today because Occidental Petroleum is up again. It's hovering around $41 a share. But back to the matter at hand. How am I going to get? I started writing these covered calls. How am I going to get out of this? So we'll have to just wait and see. I'm thinking about doing something soon. I hate to go out to January of 2023, but there's been some volume. There's been some trades. I waited too long, and I didn't want to spread it out. I wanted to get up to par. Occidental Petroleum did get to a point, I think last year of August 21, it got down to $21.95. I should have bought the calls out and just spent a couple $1,000 and get out of these calls. Now, if I want to do it, it's almost $5,000 to get out of this position. On August 16th of 2021, it dipped down to $21.95, and I was still buying like 10 shares here, 10 shares. I was accumulating the shares. That's how I got my last 100 shares. And then from August 16th of 2021, this thing's been going on fire. It's been from $21.95 to where it is today, $41 a share. A small minor dip from October to December, but it got to $28.04. I was still buying shares. As long as it was under $30 a share, I was buying Occidental Petroleum. When it hit 30 and above, I stopped buying it. Now it's at 41. And when I did my other research under Occidental Petroleum, the consensus and the facts are that every time the barrel of oil goes over $40 a barrel, that's their break-even point with their oil sales is $40 a barrel. Now, oil's pushing 95. It was 92 last I saw it. It was 91.38. So Occidental's break-even point is $50 a barrel more than what they were supposed to be selling. Now, at $91 per crude oil barrel, Oxy's break-even point is 40, so they're making $50 per barrel. That's pretty darn good. And the Occidental Petroleum doesn't have just oil. They have 27% of the company is the petrochemical company. They have chemicals. Occidental Petroleum they're the Tom Brady of oil refineries and oil processing. They take low crude oil and they can churn it out with a less cost-efficient basis than other major industrial oil companies. There's a lot to be said about Occidental Petroleum, and this is a winner. And I was teasing my wife, it's going to get to 200, and she doesn't understand the Occidental Petroleum like I do. So maybe she's a little afraid of it. I don't know. But I was teasing her. It's a $200 stock, don't worry. She said, yeah, she laughed at me. But you know what? We're not laughing now because there's a serious possibility. You go back 5 years, May of 18, it was $84 per share. And you go back to March the 1st of 2011, it was $103. It's not without a realm of possibility. These charts on Yahoo, most charts going back to early 80s, I can go back here and scroll through. I can see where it's 12, 15, 13. In the late 70s and early 80s, when I had Occidental Petroleum before, it was like $7 a share, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just kept buying it and buying it and buying it. And I woke up one day, I had 15,000 shares. The options didn't start coming out till like 1985, 86, 87, around that time. And I didn't understand options that well. My flaw is, and why I'm putting this on this channel, is because when you're doing the covered calls, you got to be willing to make sure you're going to let that thing go. But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to getting a sideways market. In my opinion, the stock market, 60% of the time it just goes sideways or it goes down. But I keep timing. My timing is terrible. Timing is everything in the stock market. And there was a couple months I only had $100 to invest in. I would just put it in the account and the next month I would put another couple hundred where I could get. And then I buy some more shares and I took other positions, and we'll get to them in the other videos. But I want to talk about today was where we're at right now. I've since diversified because Occidental Petroleum, the buzzword was bankruptcy, and it didn't go away. And it was very concerning. But now the company appears to have its ducks in order. The market conditions are right for this thing to take off. Are they going to increase the dividend? That's been coming up in their conference calls and everything else. I hope so, but I can't worry about that. I got to worry about saving the 400 that's under these covered calls and these rollouts. I don't want to get called away at 26. That's part of the reason why I'm making this video, because I want the other investors to see what not to do. Don't make this mistake that I did. I was better off not writing any cover calls at all, forgetting the first couple of 500 or whatever it was when I made the first couple of times doing this. I was better off just letting this thing ride. Then you could punch down on it. Then you can go out here, just really quick here. Okay, today's the next cycle out for expiration, the weekly options now is February 11th. You go out to the 43s, 50 cents per contract, 400 shares. I'll be getting $200 to do this. It's got to get to over 43 before they can call it away from you. And when this thing gets down to 5 cents and 3 cents, and you just buy it back, and they can't call it away from you, and you close position. I'll do that all the time. That's what I should have done. And this is much better than trying to roll out. And a couple of months ago, I spent money. I had to spend $120 roll out to get from 25 to 26. So now it's costing me money to keep the position. And right now, the current order is I'm willing to pay 5 cents per contract. So it's going to cost me $20 if I get the rollout. Managed to do it where I broke even a couple times, but that's good and fine. But you don't want to get in this position where if you want to keep the stock, you got to keep rolling out. Well, that's not, in my opinion, that's not a good position to be in. Hope everybody's doing well. Unfortunate as it is for me to say this on this channel, you got to pay attention to what your government's doing. There's just some things that you're not going to be able to invest in because of a government policy and now it's not in the state of California. They're trying to get rid of combustible cars. There's a year that you cannot be able to sell them anymore in the state of California. They want nothing but electric cars. You need to pay attention to that. But they'll never get rid of fossil fuel oils completely because everything you make, you need headphones, your hat, your glasses, canned goods, drinks, Starbucks cups. I mean, it takes oils to grease the machinery. Whale oil was used for a couple centuries when they started having the very infant stages of the Industrial Revolution in Great Britain and France. There's nothing that's going to be able to take the place of that. But anyway, enough of that. But I like to finance. I might try to make the finance channel my main channel because I keep getting strikes on the political channel. They don't like you talking about the vaccines. They don't like you talking about Dr. Fauci, or they don't like you talking about the election. They don't like you. They're trying to censor you. It's their company. So I got to abide by their rules for now. So I'm going to close it right now. Auction at $41.03. I'm watching Etsy. I'm trying to smash down on Etsy. I got a straddle with Etsy, and maybe we'll get to that in the next video. See how I do. I stand to lose both ends because I did, my timing was off on both of them. I should have done it at the same time, and I would have been much close to break even. But it's been really hard to do that now. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.